Sometimes I feel like all I ever do is manage portable restrooms. Just like this one. I go around the country, event to event, and I feel like this is all I ever see. It's not that bad. I enjoy it. This one's nice and squishy. A good friend of mine, our portable restroom provider, gave me these little squishy ones for stress, which I enjoy having on my desk. My name is Dave Kristen. Most people just call me DC because it's probably easier to remember. If we've never met before, it's because you haven't seen my other videos. Take a look at those on Facebook, on our Facebook page below, which is where you're watching this one. Scroll down and make sure that you check out those videos. We do all these videos here to get you guys ready for Ironman Boulder, get you as much information as you can beforehand, because a lot of times you're coming from places where you've never seen this place, and I try to make you as familiar as you can before you get here. Okay. So today's video is all about run course. Okay, we're going to talk about running. If you've never seen our course, it looks a little bit like this. So let's take a look real quick. I'm going to make my screen small, and we're going to go to our website here, ironman.com/Boulder. You'll see down on the course page that there is the run course, and it's going to load that page up for us here shortly. If you've never heard me reference this before, and if you've never seen it before, I call this run course the Flux Capacitor. If you don't know what the Flux Capacitor is, you're going to right now.
First, you turn the time circuits on. This readout tells you where you're going, this one tells you where you are, this one tells you where you were. You input your destination time on this keypad. Say you want to see the sign of the Declaration of Independence. Or witness the birth of Christ. Here's the red letter date in the history of science, November 5th, 1955. Yes, of course, November 5th, 1955. Why, I don't get what happened. That was the day I invented time travel. I remember it vividly. I was standing on the edge of my toilet, hanging a clock. The porcelain was wet. I slipped, hit my head on the edge of the sink, and when I came to, I had a revelation. A vision. A picture in my head. A picture of this.
And that is the Flux Capacitor. And that is what makes time travel happen. And if you've never seen Back to the Future, before you see anything else for the rest of the day, you need to start with movie number 1, and you need to go watch that. That was the world famous Michael J. Fox in the movie, the classic movie Back to the Future. And they describe the Flux Capacitor, which is this 3-armed thing that makes time travel take place. And that is what our run course looks like. It kind of looks like the Flux Capacitor. So let's go into some detail on the run course, okay? This is our run course. You've got 3 out and back legs, hence the Flux Capacitor reference, converging in the center of the course. And then, yeah, it's lots of fun. Unfortunately, I can't make time travel happen, but if you're in that Flux Capacitor in the middle of it, I will say it does feel like you're running faster, primarily because you're kind of heading downhill and there's lots of energy and lots of people. So let's get into some detail. If we didn't cover this, if you didn't see it in the last video, I'm going to show it to you now. And this is the dismount line off of 17th, okay? Once you get off of your bike on 17th, you'll be coming up Arapahoe, turn left on 17th, you'll dismount, you'll run behind the high school, along the sidewalk, and you'll cross over the bridge, okay? Once you cross over the bridge, you'll get onto the track, you'll hand your bike off to a volunteer that'll rack them on the bike racks that are going to be on the actual green space of the football field, so the bike racks will be all there, and then you'll run along the the northernmost side of this track. So north is actually up here, okay? It's we're kind of reversed or rotated around on this map. North is up here. You'll run along the north side, heading west along the football field on the track. You'll head up you'll grab your gear bags along this track here. They're in numerical order, and we'll help you find them. You'll head up the little set of stairs. There's about 4 stairs. You'll head into your respective men's or women's change tent. You'll come out of the change tents. There's some portable restrooms, some sunscreen application in this area as well. You'll head out along the Boulder Creek path and start your run course, okay? Pretty straightforward stuff. So back to the Flux Capacitor course itself. We'll go into zoom here. As you can see here at the run start, what you'll do first is you'll actually head east first. You can see the arrows heading east, and you'll head out along the Boulder Creek path. You'll head out to anytime you're heading east, for as a general reference, anytime you're heading away from the mountains, you're going to be generally heading downhill. Not much, but you'll be heading downhill anytime you're heading east. So this first stretch is all nice and flat, if not downhill, fast start. You'll head into the center of the flux capacitor, there's an aid station in this location. I'll talk about aid stations here in a little bit. You'll head south all the way down to the baseline turnaround. These are all Boulder Creek pathways, okay, are all Boulder pathways. So roughly 10 to 15 foot wide concrete path are all on the duration of the run course, okay. So you'll head all the way down here. You'll turn around, come back up through the same paths that you came down. Then you'll head out on the easternmost part of the course, out towards 55th Street. And this stretch right here has got probably the most exposure that you're going to have. So leading into this whole area, all the way from T2 to the baseline turnaround and back into the flux capacitor, and really all the way to this left-hand, right-hand that's on the Boulder Creek path, you've got pretty good shade. Once you get out past aid station 4, is about the only place on the course that you're going to feel fully exposed. So very brief time. You've got lots of shade along the whole course, with the exception of really here, which is nice. Okay. The other thing you'll have with you as well is the Boulder Creek path itself. Feel free to cool yourself off in that creek. Obviously use caution as you're entering and exiting the creek. When you come back through, you'll come out, head west. So again, anytime you're heading west, as the opposite of east, you'll be heading slightly uphill. Really, this course is mostly flat. It's got a general grade anytime you're heading west, but it's nothing crazy. Okay, you'll head west all the way back past transition. You'll head all the way west out to the canyon, the mouth of the canyon, Boulder Canyon. Turn around, come back through, and then you'll start your second lap. Okay. Couple things to note before I move on to the second lap. You have 5 physical aid station locations, 4 of which you're going to hit. They're double-sided. You're going to hit both directions, okay? So that's going to give you a total of 4, 8, 12, 16 hits on those 4. The 5th aid station, which isn't actually number 5, it's actually aid station number 2, but the unique one is right in the middle of the flux capacitor. And that is the one it's a 3-sided aid station, and every time you come through, you hit that one. So you're actually going to get 6 chances at aid in there. So total on the run course, you're going to have 22 locations to get aid at this course. Okay, 22. That's a lot of aid in terms of nutrition on the course. Things that are going to be on the course at the aid stations, you're going to have chances at water, Gatorade, food, and cola. You'll get chicken broth after sunset. If you're one of those fast guys that's running and you're done before sunset, there's no chicken broth available. We only do that until the sun goes down, or once the sun goes down until later. But you'll have all of our Cliff products. You'll have Gatorade again, and you'll have water. Some of our aid stations will also have some Red Bull, so keep that in mind as well. It's not at all of them, but keep that in mind. Chicken broth will also not be at all aid stations in the evening from 9 o'clock on, but you'll be able to smell it and know it's there, so ask for it upon request. Okay. Another thing to keep a note at our aid stations is we do not have sponges. The reason we do not do sponges at IRONMAN Boulder is because we are a zero waste event. We are trying our best to reduce our waste on the community and on the environment. And this event specifically, we strive really hard to accomplish those goals. Sponges are really hard to process into the waste streams, okay? So we don't do sponges, all right? But we do offer lots of ice, and we do offer lots of ways to keep cool, including the Boulder Creek. So feel free to jump in there. Just be safe on your way in and out, okay? All right, once you finish your first loop, you'll do the exact same thing again. You'll retrace your steps. You'll see all the course that you've seen before. You'll come into the flux capacitor again, and when you're heading east or west again, you'll be heading uphill. You'll go all the way west, come back in, and then you'll head into our finish line, okay? So let's talk finish line the last little bit because it kind of gets confusing. This Boulder Creek path right here is where the athletes are running back and forth. They're underneath street level, okay? This is Arapahoe. This is street level. So this underpass right here is where the runners are going back and forth. They're going to cross under here 4 times, okay? So that's a great little spot in this area to spectate, obviously, for your family and loved ones. But when you come back through the last time, once you've gone out west and you're coming back in to finish line, you'll go come underneath the bridge one more time. You'll head south for just a split second up onto this pathway. If you follow my cursor, as you come up this sidewalk, you'll jump onto Arapahoe Avenue. You'll come on to 13th Street, and then you will head left onto 13th Street or north on 13th Street, and this is our finish line, which is new this year. So our finish line is going to be moved from 2 blocks north back down onto 13th Street, or on 13th Street, but just a little further closer to the high school. Keep you guys nice and compact with the high school, so when you finish, all your stuff and your equipment's really close by. All of the post-race stuff will be inside, like medical, athlete food, and massage will be inside the park here. And then we'll have our beer garden, actually, which is exciting, over here in the concrete pad that's here. VIPs over here as well. And then your finish line is right here in the middle of the street. Once you cross the finish line, T2 is right here, right behind us. Okay, so really easy to get back over here, grab your stuff when you're done, head back to the hotel, and then obviously come and join us for our final finisher party from 10:30 till 11:30, which is a lot of fun. Do not miss that tradition. We all come out and we bring the final finisher home. It's a lot of fun. Anything else to note on the run course? Special needs is going to be accessed once and only once. You can access it on lap 1 or you can access it on lap 2, but you can only access it once. Once you go through and you access it, our team will be processing, recycling, and throwing out anything that you have in there. Do not put anything valuable that you can't lose at the end of the event. So just put your very, very bare essentials that are in that special needs bag. Also trash. Just like I mentioned before, zero waste event, but more importantly, as we try to preserve our community, it's imperative that you guys help us out with that. Don't throw trash into the creek. Don't throw trash just randomly. Only drop your trash only inside the aid stations. Do us that favor. It helps keep our community looking great. It helps keeping our community relationships strong too, so we can continue to do these types of events. So make sure you drop your trash at the aid stations. Okay, that Swim Bike Run wraps up all of our course briefings on our Facebook pages and things like that. So what we're going to be doing from here on out, all you're going to get left in terms of videos is our tater video, which I call for our spectators. Taters, get it? I call it basically a briefing for them to know where to be, when to be, and where not to be as well. Kind of talks them through those details and make sure that they're ready to go. So make sure your loved ones get to see the next video as well. These videos will be very helpful for them also, so make sure they see these. Any questions you have below, post them. I'll do my best as humanly possible to answer as many as we can. And of course, let me know if there's anything I can do for you guys leading into the race. We are less than 3 weeks out. Unlike the Flux Capacitor video that you just recently see, we can't change that. Time is coming at you, and we're running short, so make sure that you're staying safe, training fast, and being ready to go for August 7th. Come find me at the expo. Come find our team, say thanks, but more importantly, above all else, thank a volunteer. These are the guys that get this done, okay? Thank a volunteer, find one, give them a big hug, say thanks for what they're doing, and we'll all be good. All right. Thanks for watching, and one more video coming your way called the Tater video, and we'll see you guys soon.